Wolfman is a 2025 horror monster movie directed by Leigh Whannell. Now, I really like Leigh Whannell. He's got humble filmmaker origins, you know, film school with James Wan. They wrote Saw, turned that into like a 12 movie. Well, they didn't do it, but their film started like a 12 movie franchise, as well as Insidious, Conjuring. He's been in a couple of here and there, writing some of them, directing. But then he did his own stuff with Upgrade, which is a masterpiece in my opinion. And Invisible Man's pretty good too. It's a reboot of the classic Claude Rains film. This is also a reboot of the original Lon Chaney 1941 film with a more modern edge. What if the lycanthrope thing was more of an infection? And so this film is about Blake. When he was a young boy, his father was obsessed with killing the man with the face of the wolf. It's like a Native American phrase for someone who's not quite right and they have some sort of infection. And his father's obsessed with killing that being. However, Blake grows up and he has a family of his own. He's got a high-powered wife, Charlotte, who's a journalist, and then he's also in between jobs as a writer, so he's spending more time with his daughter, Ginger. And there's a great theme of parenting style and parental trauma of sorts that's sort of introduced but not really explored enough. And that sort of elevates the film a little bit more than your average monster movie. Also, the visual effects are really good, the direction is really strong, and I really like the acting from the really good cast. Julia Garner is so good in this movie. There's a scene where someone's telling her something and she doesn't have any dialogue in that moment, but her eyes do so much emoting. She's fantastic. Loved her in the Royal Hotel. Didn't really like the assistant, but she's a great actress. I'll watch her in anything. She's really good, and Christopher Abbott's really understated in this role too. But basically the main story is that his father passes away and leaves him the house, so he's got to go to Oregon to move all the stuff, and they're on the rocks, so he decides that maybe they should go on a family trip to reconnect, go to Oregon, see the coast, or not the coast, see the valleys. And however, they are attacked by a wolf man and they have to run back to the house, and Blake finds himself turning, and he's supposed to protect them, but now he's turning into something very dangerous. So this movie is a very simple horror monster movie. It's your basic meat and potatoes horror film, one location kind of, mainly small cast of like 5 or 6, not even. And you know, you reuse the same sets, make it cheap. It doesn't have to be that crazy. And I really like the grounded take they use with this movie. It's no full-on furriness, but it's more of a realistic infection kind of thing where you can get infected and literally just a scratch will turn you, but slowly, with lots of symptoms. It's a slow burn, not slow burn, yeah, it kind of is a slow burn horror movie, but it still has some pretty decent set pieces. And like I said, the acting really makes it better than it is, and so does the little bit of theme they have in there. Overall, simple, thrilling, not too memorable. It probably could have used a little bit more in the theme department, and definitely, I like how it's a closed loop. It's like a complete story. They're not trying to bait this dark universe and try to connect this to the Invisible Man or Frankenstein or anything like that. It's just a simple monster movie, good family themes. That's enough. So I give Wolfman a 6.5 out of 10.